I'm sorry. I was trying to convince you that the culture you grew up with was embarrassing, and you had to adapt to this Western culture in order for you to fit in and to be accepted. With all the Western social oppression, I told you you needed to have a cool English name, you needed to hire agents, you needed to act Western, think Western, and live Western. Because the way you were was not working here. So the teenager you changed your birth name to an English name that's meaningless for you. Zoe. At the time, I made you feel ashamed about being Sean and the real you. I made you question your culture and your identity. You didn't want to go home to visit your families and friends for almost 2 years. You were trying so hard to distance yourself from your root and your culture. You lost many of your Chinese friends because I told you not to contact them. During that whole time of projecting a certain image on you, you weren't actually happy or become the person you wanted to be. There were a lot of guilt and confusions in you about leaving the things you loved behind, just because they don't seem cool for this society. It took you a while to realize that the life you were trying to live in was not your life at all. It was someone else's life. You never enjoyed it. You finally understand that your culture is the most amazing and powerful thing that you carry along with you. It was just the noise from the outside telling you you don't belong to here. But so what? It's you and it's yours. You wouldn't be the same if you didn't have it as part of your life. You embrace it. You took your name back and you will never change it again. I'm so proud of you. I think putting assumptions on someone based on how they look physically or making fun of someone's identity is ridiculous. Because there are so much more interesting things about themselves than just the way they look. Oh, you have small eyes, so you must know about Jackie Chan because he's Chinese. Comments like this sound like, oh, all the Asian people are Chinese, and all I can see from you guys is that we're different, and I don't care if you're interesting or not, because you're already interesting to me. It's definitely not a compliment when someone points out your differences and starts commenting on them. I remember I was on this exchange program in London. I was having a conversation about Asian culture with my classmates, and out of a sudden, a classmate came up to me. She lifted her eyes up and started laughing. I was completely shocked by her behavior. It really got me thinking. It just seems like it's so hard for them to understand what it's like to be in that position of being the difference. They think it's okay, it's just a joke, and why do you take it so seriously? But no, it's not just a joke. It's another way of you oppressing people who look different from you. And that's hurtful. And it's never okay. I like to dance. Dancing is when I feel the most comfortable and powerful with myself. It makes me so happy, just as simple as that. I love the movement from my head to my feet. It makes me feel released and free. It takes away all my problems, worries, and stress. It's just me there, spending time and having fun with myself. I dance to express my emotion through movements. I dance when I'm happy. I dance when I'm nervous. I dance when people are watching. I like being judged by people when I dance. I'm not afraid of taking their judgments at that moment, because I know they're not true. I'm not worried if people are making fun of me, because my mind is as solid as my body. I'm full of power to prove them that they are wrong, and I'm so much stronger than their words. All I could hear is that voice inside, telling me that I'm beautiful and I'm loved. 我的家乡是个可爱的地方，有山有水，还有美食，四季温暖，但也像每个其他地方一样，有着它的好，也有着它的坏。虽然说它并不是完美的，但我对这片土地的爱与感动，估计用上几辈子也说不明白。想了好久，也不知道怎样讲起对它的喜好。对别人来讲，它可能是一个很平凡的地方，可是对我而言，它却充满了神奇的色彩。可能是因为长大的原因，有着浓浓的乡情。虽然越走越远，可是对这片土地的热爱，可没有越走越淡，而是越走越深。有时候我很想他，想念那儿的人，无论是谁都有着莫名的亲切感，好像你不用很刻意的去和他们交往，大家都很照顾你。想念放学回家那顿饭，还有妈妈家常的碎碎念。想念在家里无师无畏讲的潮汕话。想念小时候和奶奶一起做点心，准备过年的夜晚。想念小时候无忧无虑和邻居闲逛的日子。想念那里的一切，但其实这些快乐的片段已早成记忆。Growing up in a very traditional and closed-minded town in China was not something easy. I was taught in a very unfair society towards two women. They said, being a girl means you have social rules to follow in order to be good. At school, they told me, being a good girl means to be quiet, because teacher likes students who only listen to them. At home, they told me, being a good girl means not to argue with your brother, because boys are always boys. In public, they told me not to dress less, because that's slutty, only sluts dress like that. Oh, also, you were not able to find a decent husband if you behave like that. People have so many opinions on being a girl, but why? Why do girls always have to listen and behave in a certain way? Why can't they just deserve their own body and their own choice? Those unfair judgments towards women have not only happened in my hometown, but all over the world. There are men think that they are entitled to put control over women. For some reason, he thinks that he has the right to put his hand over her body in a nightclub, because she's not taking care of her own body already. It's her problem. Let me tell you, you are so wrong. And a woman dresses for herself, but never you. Please put your hand and words away from her. A woman is a woman. She is never something or someone else something. She does not belong to anyone or anywhere. She belongs to her own body and her own choice.